Look what I got, honey.
Oh, nice. Where'd you get that?
I went shopping.
Shopping?
I'm going to tell them about it. It's for a good cause.
Today's video, we're going to be talking about the...
Shopping.
No. We're going to be talking about...
Human trafficking and the place that's close to us and maybe how you can help and how we're going to try to help. Right?
Yep. And what's the name of the place?
Wings of Refuge is the one that's close to us.
We're going to be talking about Wings of Refuge.
Right.
Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to another video podcast.
Hello.
Thankful for us.
Ooh, I look like a granny.
Ooh, hey, Granny.
Hey, granny.
All right, thank you for joining us. And today we're going to read a Bible verse, right? Or you're going to read a Bible verse, and we're going to discuss on how it relates to today's life and what we've been actually busy.
We have been busy.
Very busy.
A little
all
busy.
right? And today's Bible
busy.
verse is...
Okay, so today's Bible verse is Matthew 19:14.
Thank you, Matthew.
Just a short one.
Okay.
Okay, and it is, Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these." When he had placed his hands on them, he went on from there. That was 14 and 15.
All right, 14 and 15. Thank you, Matthew, for that nice little reading and writing
nice.
and proverb or what would that be? Just a writing of the Bible, right?
Right.
Little stories.
Well, I think so the verse before that says, "Then people brought little children to Jesus for him to place his hands on them and pray for them, but the disciples rebuked them." The disciples didn't want to bother Jesus with these little children.
Right.
But Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these."
Look at that. Because I think there was a part in the Bible saying how Jesus likes the children.
Right.
Because they don't have all that, like how the adults have all that greed and,
Right.
and
We're
want all
supposed to
that.
believe like children do.
Greed like children, right. So,
We can try to look up that Bible verse
Right.
next.
so
Yes.
like, some don't believe, don't because they don't see it,
Right.
because of God and everything like that.
Right.
But,
We question too much.
Right.
God doesn't want us to know everything.
right, because we think we know it all,
Right.
right? As kids do these days, they think they know it all.
Well, they do.
Uh-huh.
I'm just teasing.
I know. But
We
we've been...
thought we knew it all then.
Yeah, I know. Well, we did,
I didn't. And it's only gotten worse.
Right.
We might as well think we have it all when we're kids because it only goes downhill. Right?
Uh-huh.
So why do you think I chose this verse?
Because of what we've been doing this week.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And yesterday
throw
we
that in
took a road trip to
did take
Ames, Iowa.
Ames, Iowa, home of Iowa State.
Ooh.
If you're
Go.
fans.
Tornadoes? No.
Cyclones.
Cyclones. That was close. I knew it was a storm.
Tornadoes.
I knew it was a storm somewhere. But we went to a workshop, right?
We did. Okay, so it's a safe house in Ames, Iowa called Wings of Refuge.
Wings
And we're
of
gonna
Refuge.
Put a link below. And you're welcome to visit that, and you're welcome to see what you can do to help. I got to go shopping.
Yep. And look what you got.
I got this shirt. Can they see it?
Sure.
It says, what's it say? I forget. Created with a purpose.
Ah, that's nice.
Isn't that great?
Uh-huh.
And the proceeds to this go to the Wings of Refuge.
And you are created for a purpose.
That's right. I am created for a purpose, and so are anyone who's trafficked.
That's what...
And that's not what they're created for, is to be trafficked.
No.
They're created for God's
we are
purpose.
created to be for a purpose.
That's right.
And that is the answer of life.
It is.
That's why people say, why am I here? Well, you're here for a purpose.
That's right. And the other thing I got to get was these. These don't say anything on them, but they're cool. I think they're cool.
Ah, mittens.
Mittens. They're so warm.
Cool.
And you know what? It was snowing yesterday. We woke up to
First snow of the year. Right?
We woke up to snow this morning, but it wasn't a pretty snow because it was just spotty,
Right.
but just enough to make you feel really cold.
Right, and it was cold.
It was cold. It was cold in the office. And I tried to get Mark up, and he goes, no. That's what he said. No.
When I got up this morning or yesterday?
This morning.
Well, yesterday
he
we
didn't
were
want to get up. Yeah, yesterday we had to get up early.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Ames at 8 o'clock.
Right. So tell us about this Wings of Refuge.
Okay, so Wings of Refuge helps women, just women. This place does. I mean, lots of places help children and things, but this place helps women who have gotten out of a trafficking situation. And we learned about how, most women survive. They're not necessarily abducted, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it's hard for them to have relationships after being trafficked. It's hard for them because a lot of them are addicted to drugs because that's the way that their Johns have forced them to do these horrible things.
Mm-hmm.
We also learned a lot about, now I'm surprised that more people don't know about this. I guess I was introduced to this kind of young, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he was out of Minneapolis. But how prostitution is also a form of trafficking, really. Most, some people think that if a woman is a prostitute, that's what they're choosing to do.
Right, right.
And I thought one quote that was very interesting yesterday was, prostitution is not a choice, but it's for those with the fewest choices. I'm not quoting it right. But I thought that was so interesting because that's so true.
Right.
Because so many of these women have been maybe sexually abused in their homes.
Mm-hmm.
They talked a lot about that they don't have fathers a lot. Up in
some live in poverty, right?
Live in poverty, yes, maybe their stepdad abused them. Lots of different things. So it's just very sad.
Mm-hmm. It is sad.
It is so sad. So, and it was, we probably will try to volunteer at this place.
Any way you can, right?
Yes.
And they want volunteers and people that, and one thing was good is volunteer with things you love, right? Love to do, right?
Do the things you love to fight the things you hate.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Isn't that
good
great?
line?
That is a good line. So we probably will do, like I mentioned, maybe I could go there and help the gals bake. I think that would be fun. Something fun to do.
We enjoy doing this video podcast, so we're going to spread the word. So you'll be hearing. Maybe we might even do a series about
this. A little mini series on this, of what we're doing.
That's what this video podcast is more about, is to start spreading the word and helping
the news. There's our song.
There you go.
I know that song.
Well, Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
So they need help. They need money. They need people.
And you can even get things for your money.
Right, and you can see that on the website, right? They have candles and stuff like that. Really cool stuff.
Yes, they have candles. They have jewelry. These mittens, I think, are on the website. I think.
Yeah, cool stuff.
And there's another. I'm going to give you that link too. For another shirt that says "God's children are not for sale," and the proceeds for that go to them too, which is very interesting.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
very important.
It is very important.
Yeah, it's we starting to get involved in this, trying to stop this. it's something that can't be stopped all in one day. It's going to take a real long time, a lot of people, and a lot of help, and
That's right.
and save some of these kids, and not only women, guys too, boys and everything like that.
Boys, yes. Although we have learned that it's mostly women, but of course there are boy victims too.
Right.
Boy,
And,
male victims.
And this organization is for helping them once they're out and they have to deal with all of lifestyle now. That's where it's hard. All I could do is remember all the bad stuff. And
Right.
it's hard to I know they were like talking about things like some can't be touched and everything. You
Right.
can't. Sometimes when you say hi, you give somebody a hug. I mean, you're taking them out of their comfort zone right away, and they're gonna
Right.
be like, "Whoa,"
And
so-
even things like try not to scare them by walking
Right.
up behind them.
Right.
You don't want to trigger anything, and just things that I
yeah,
wouldn't
get
even
them
think
nervous.
of. You know,
Right? Yeah,
right.
you get them nervous right away. It's a lot of things you gotta.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't know what they've been through.
You don't. And if you go to this Wings of Refuge website, and their Facebook page too, you can
Right.
read about some of these things that the victims have said that, a lot of us take for granted.
Right.
Just simply feeling safe. A lot of them have not felt safe probably all of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I read a quote from one of them that it was the first time they felt safe was at this safe house.
Right, right.
And they're still with strangers, but yet that's the first time they felt safe, and that's very sad. So we have to pray, and we're asking for you guys to pray for us because we are trying to do what God wants us to do. We're certainly not in this for us because
Right.
it's a drive, and it would be much easier to sit back and just say, well,
Right.
I did my shopping. I'm good.
Right. Yeah, I know all about it, and
Right.
then let somebody else take care of it,
Right. But we both have a passion for it,
Sure.
and we're learning more about it. And I feel at least very stirred, and I can't just let it go.
And when you go to this website, they also have movies and
Yes,
clips.
there's a movie that's
check it
called
out and-
Nefarious Merchant of Souls.
Mm-hmm.
And through their website, you can watch it for free. I think otherwise you have to pay to watch it on YouTube. So if you go through their website, you can watch this movie for free. And it's pretty rough.
Yeah, it is rough.
It even has some ex-pimps or ex-Johns. Or whatever
Right,
they're
right.
called.
Uh-huh.
Even
He was a
ex-trafficker.
trafficker, yeah,
There was a
yeah.
trafficker. There were some Johns too, but there was some traffickers too. Yeah, it's pretty. And there were some ex-trafficked victims too.
that help out. Some made it. Most of them made it, and some went right back to prostitution and stuff like that because they couldn't even help. Can't handle it. Can't handle the real world, what we call a real world.
Well, and they're, like I said, they're addicted to drugs because that's how their pimps or their traffickers get them to do some of these horrible things.
Right.
It's very hard. And it's a hard subject. We know it's a hard subject, and I know that the women, they were women there that were from the house, and they said, if you don't feel like you can be in the house, then do other things.
Right.
They even have things that they need from Amazon. So if you feel like you could even just buy them something and have it sent to them, that would be great.
Yeah. Or ideas to do something around the house and everything.
Right.
Just
Right.
games or something like
And
that.
if you live closer here, they always could use meals, just even a frozen meal for them to put in the freezer, and they could take it
Right.
out sometime.
And they'll take it out for them. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Anything like that. So
Good.
we're going to do something. We're hopefully going to do something, and we ask you to
Get a
pray
little
for us.
involved. Get involved.
Yeah, we'll try to get involved. Your churches can get involved. You could always have some kind of a fundraiser for them. Different things.
One thing about one of the movies that was on the website, I think that was the one you were talking about, where they said that most of them that made it, they made it through Jesus, right?
Right. Yes.
They found Jesus, and that's the only way they
Right.
made. He
Right.
said, "There's no that just because you're aware and just because you're helping, still is not working, but
Right.
the ones that found Jesus, they were like, they actually, some saw him in a
Right.
dream, some
Yeah.
saw him in,
He came to them.
yeah. And one
They're
was,
his children, honey.
one was
They're
saying,
his children.
he was nothing like the pictures or anything
Right.
you see on TV.
Right.
He was just totally different, and they felt so much calm and love and everything like that,
And hope.
Yep. And they were saying how I'm sorry for what I did. Meanwhile, it wasn't their fault, but
Right. Right.
because of the things they got into and
Right.
the people around them.
Right.
Be careful of who you hang around with.
That's
You
right.
usually fall down that same hole.
Right. Right. And be aware, like we've said before, be aware of people around you and things, anything that you see that looks a little off.
Right.
Report it. Tell somebody.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
that
Good
was
subject. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
It's
was a
hard
sad
subject.
one,
It
so
was,
not too much laughing on this one, right?
no. But it's not a laughing matter, but
Right.
it's very important.
Yeah.
I think it's very important. It's
Just getting the word out.
right,
That's
getting the
the
word
first
out.
step, being aware.
And we ask you again to pray for us, pray for them, pray for all trafficked victims and the men too. I mean, this man that was in it, that was a trafficker, he had turned his life around too, and he had found Jesus too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So there is hope. If somebody, I think if a trafficker can even find Jesus,
Right.
I think that's pretty amazing.
Right. So do what you can. So that would be step 2, right? Is
Right.
find out what you do, what you like, and share it,
Right.
and what was the saying again? Do what you like or
Do what you like to fight what you hate.
to fight what you hate. Good saying. Good
Isn't it?
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Or
put-
do what you love to fight what you hate, maybe. Is that what it
yeah,
is?
something like do what you
Yeah.
love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned too that we might if now they're a little bit leery of having men come in, but
Right,
if ever they trust men to come or trust Mark to come in, then
Right.
maybe he could play the guitar for them. We could lead them in some singing or something. But,
Yeah. Yeah.
that might take a little while, but that's okay.
Or some of them to sing themselves and teach them how to play
Right.
guitar.
Guitar. Why, you have an extra guitar to give them?
Matter of fact, I probably do.
I bet I could give them one.
I'm sure you can. You give them all of them. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Send one of them down there with the guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Very good idea. Good
Yeah.
idea. Next time we see them, I'll bring one down.
Our wheels are spinning already.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that thing. Alrighty, so what else?
I think that's it.
That's a
I
good
mean,
one.
for now, we'll probably talk about this again in the next one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and we're going to go for another workshop in November. So
And that's
you'll
in
probably-
Ames again, Ames,
Right.
Iowa.
Right, and we'll probably go to that again.
A little north of Des Moines. And stay tuned to more info about Wings of
Wings of Refuge and
Wings of
child
Refuge.
trafficking. I mean, this is the one that's sort of local to us.
right.
So, this is the one that we're talking about. But find out what's close to you. Find out what you can do for
Sure,
yours.
and they have them all over the United
Right,
States and everything, which is
right.
good.
Right, because, you might be able to do something, and it may not be that you have to go into the home and do something. It might
Right.
be
Yeah, you'll be
cooking them a
surprised. yeah.
meal, or they might have, like this place also has a thrift shop that gives to them.
Right,
So
yeah,
it's sometimes even just going shopping. And you get to buy stuff, and it goes
And all
to
the-
them.
Yeah,
And all the
some of the
go to
proceeds
them.
goes to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's fun.
Yeah,
too.
it's like it's like the Goodwill type thing, but
right.
it's not.
It's like a
somebody else.
secondhand store,
Yeah,
but
secondhand store.
the proceeds go to.
Right.
Actually, the proceeds to that one go to different missions.
Right.
But part of it is Wings of Refuge. So
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty interesting too. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Very good. Well, I hope you do something, and I hope you spread out the word,
Yes.
spread our videos.
Yeah. Just if you're afraid to talk about it, give them the link to our video. We're going to talk
cool.
about it.
All right? So let us know what you're going to do.
Yeah. Right. Give us a comment. I love comments.
And like and share.
Like and share.
Yeah. And subscribe.
All right. I love you, honey. See you next time.
Take it, Mark.